Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem Order of the Crimson Arm 100% Croats low turn count playthrough. This video will tackle chapter 20. This is a kill all bosses map, and one boss doesn't appear until we defeat one of them. The first boss, rather. I worded that poorly. We get two new units. Their names are Andrew, who's a sniper with actually solid base stats, and Theon, a Falco Knight that we wasted 10 turns on. This is when we're going to start deploying Tanya more as a combat unit. We never end up capping her light rank, which is what my mini goal was, but she's a very solid combat unit regardless. Our main goals for reaching combat benchmarks before endgame, obviously, have all been reached. We've cleared the final route map of the game. As such, we're free to just rush through chapters as fast as we can. I'm very grateful for it. There are two bosses, as I said, in this map. One of them is a bishop with the S-rank light tome, and one of them is a paladin. Andrew brings us a silver bow and a brave bow, one of which gets used in this chapter. We've split our forces up. There's a treasure room that contains a hammer and staff and a couple other things. We don't really have a use for the hammer and staff. I believe there's also a talisman in there. However, one thing that is worth talking about in this chapter is that we've deployed our other flying units, besides our traditional Wyvern Riders and Ilani. We deployed Ileana, and we've deployed Cynthia. There's a huge deployment limit in this chapter, and they're very competent at base. There are a few things that we are asking them to do in this map. To talk about Dione, she never gets deployed again. Andrew gets deployed to kill two or three enemies in the final map, because as a sniper, he is the crit boost. Right now, we're focusing mainly on getting weapon rank up on our units, because we don't need to hit any more hard stat benchmarks. On most of them, Wayland still needs to cap out his strength. I picked up the Luna tome because I will use it on a later turn. Helene has hit C tomes, however we don't have any elfire tomes to grind her weapon rank up. She never ends up hitting S rank Enema, and she never needs it, but it would have been nice. Sven is, I believe, using a silver axe right now to punch through that warrior. Lonnie has a very productive enemy phase. Dione brings us the Delphi shield, which would have been useful on Lonnie, but we couldn't get it to her. Because it's, across the map. Lonnie gets a lot of crits that are not necessary. She wanted to kill the bishop that has a sleep staff, which is why she moved up there. Yes, Sven's using a silver axe. However, there are a lot of other enemies in that throne room. As you can imagine, because she is a very angry unit, apparently. And because she still needs to, get better stats, she decided to go on a goddamn rampage. She kills most of the enemies in the throne room on her own. It's just that bishop and that sniper left. That bishop has non-aggressive AI because he has a sleep staff. However, luckily, Dione has really good res and joins in the middle of the map, so she's the bottom of the deployment order. Whether or not she gets hit by a status staff does not matter. By killing the archer with the silver sword, she's accomplished all she ever needs to do in this playthrough. It's worth talking about the second boss. He's a paladin, as I already said, and he has the S-rank lance. However, he also carries the iron rune, so our standard strategy of rigging a cheesy crit will not work. So we have to just have the muscle to get through him. Celia is one of the two units that helps kill the boss. Lonnie, even with the silver lance, it cannot quad the boss with the brave lance, even with capped speed. and does not have enough might to kill him with a silver lance. So we have to find another way to kill the boss than just muscling through him with the killer lance crit. Or a killer axe, I suppose. I had a lot of ideas on how to clear this map originally, and in my casual playthrough, this is what the map that made me want to LTC this game. We could have used a lot of units to get this kill here. Elaine just likes having the extra stats from level up. Now with capped magic, Elaine is probably our best 1-2 range combat unit for the rest of the game. She's not our best unit outright, but she's definitely up there. Cynthia and Ileana were brought along for a couple of reasons. Beyond just having actually pretty solid base stats and time move, Ileana has another thing. She has access to the heavy spear. There are a lot of great knights on this map. And as such, we've deployed Ileana with the heavy spear. Cynthia also carries a hammer, I believe. Yeah, just with a normal silver lance, Lion is able to muscle through this halberdier. Cynthia is still just using the hand axe, though. Yet when I say that her combat stats are really good, I mean they're really, really good. The boss attempts to put Dion to sleep. It doesn't matter. And August gets a crit with a hand axe against a general. It's not necessary, but it does actually help out a lot with the clear. Because you want that general gone anyway. That monk in the treasure room has Purge, which is fairly annoying. Using the heavy spear there allows Ileana to nearly kill that Great Knight. For once, this is a strategy that doesn't require any low percent crits, for the most part. Sven would need cap speed in order to double that paladin, and he wouldn't be able to one round even with an iron axe. With the only weapon that wouldn't weigh him down, which is an iron axe, so a crit would be necessary. We could have given him a killer lance, we could have given him a killer axe. He would have been able to get a crit with either weapon and kill. However, he is strong and fast enough to kill enemies that are weighed down a lot. You want that monk to move over. You get to see the other reason why we deployed Tanya. We need to leave a unit behind to take care of that monk. Look away if you have epilepsy or something, because the Luce tome's animation is kinda bright. You can now look back if you looked away. We could have used a tome like Divine instead of Luce to get a cleaner one round, but it doesn't really matter. I should have stuck like a steel bow or something on Katarina so I don't waste a silver bow used there, but it's whatever. Most of my low percent crits, in quotation marks, are done with weapons that have a innate crit, which is nice. Like Air Caliber. Apologies if you can hear the movie my parents watching in the background. We need Katarina near the second boss area. And we just got this kill, so let's see if we can get a little bit more stats. She's now capped her strength. Even with capped strength, she cannot kill the boss with the brave. Even with capped strength, she can't kill the boss with on her own. She can't quad him with the silver bow. I mean, with the brave bow because it's heavy. As I said, we need Katarina somewhere near the throne room, and we need Lonnie to be pushed forward within it. I was fumbling around a little bit. Yeah, I killed that great one with Camille for good experience. I never end up using Arlen in this clear. She was originally going to open up the trust room, but I realized it was just simply not enough time for that. Dionid again gets a little bit of experience here. I'm sorry I'm not talking much, but there's a lot of empty time on this map. Luckily, this is the last enemy phase that we'll have to deal with. I've neglected to mention that we also brought a hammer along on Cynthia. We don't particularly care about using it beyond just killing that general. Elfire, if you remember from a while back, as I mentioned, is effective against Great Knights and just cavalry in general, so we're able to finally get a kill with her without relying on a crit. We're still trying to get experience into Alchemist. He needs to cap out all of his stats for a late game boss benchmark. Not even the final boss. I'm going to crit here with August. The reliability is very, very iffy. I would have preferred using it to the lance with, if she had C-rank lances, but she doesn't. However, she would like the boss kill experience more than Sven, because she has more levels to grow. With the with the Gephigo's front lines, luckily we're able to punch through this halberdier with Celia, which is mainly for experience purposes. However, there's still a Great Knight on the way. This is the one required low percent crit on this map. If I was smart and gave Sven a short axe instead of just a hand axe, he would have been able to defeat that Great Knight pretty cleanly. We need to get the silver bow up to Celia. And there's no real reason to chip down this halberdier, it doesn't need to die. This is the second to last time we ever deploy Liana. Spoilers. The second unit that we use for the boss kill is actually Lani. Double effectiveness is kind of a meme. However, with the Horse Slayer being two times effective, it is still 7 might. Which makes it an effective 14 might. That's 2 higher than its Silver Lance. I let the boss play out because I both like the boss's theme and because his quota hunt is kind of funny. With the Silver Lance, we would be 4 damage short of killing the boss, and we'd have to sit through an enemy phase. However, by giving us the Rider's Bane, which I originally brought along for a different purpose, Lonnie is just barely able to pick up the kill on Gion. I believe with capped speed, she would be able to quad him with the Brave Lance. Although I could be misremembering. Speaking of which, she is now capped every relevant stat. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. We get the legendary S-rank Lance of Ascalon, and the S-rank Light Tome Astrum. We never end up using either. Well, we end up using Ascalon, but it doesn't matter. Astrum is what I was trying to get Tanya to be able to use, and I'll see you next time for the final grinding map. Well, second to last.